everyone. Today we are breaking down Trump's brand new law, aka the big beautiful bill. So if you guys want to know exactly what is in there without reading it yourself or taking too much time out of your day to break down every single thing that they put on this massive bill, right? We're going to go ahead and give you guys some quick overviews, and I'm going to break it down in depth so you can get an understanding on a one-on-one level, right? Let's go ahead and dive into it. So starting right off from the beginning, section 1 has permanent tax cuts, right? Permanent tax cuts. This is tax cuts from Trump's 2017 laws that made permanent. That means that individual and corporate tax rates won't go up in 2026 as previously planned. So that is kind of good. Then, like I said, guys, we're going to cover each section. I'm going to come back and break it down a little bit further. Section 2 was going to be tax breaks for workers. So next, it makes big tax breaks for workers permanent too, right? Includes no tax on tips, overtime, and deduction on car loan interest. Okay. Then we have another one that was for seniors and Social Security. For seniors, there is a new deduction up to $6,000 for individuals and $12,000 for couples under certain income caps. So many people may pay less in Social Security. The bill creates Trump's accounts for kids that are born between 2025 and 2028, which I thought was pretty weird. But it gives each newborn $1,000 for families, and up to $5,000 per year you can add in that account. It's kind of like a special savings account for, used for college, or that can be used for a house in their future, right? So that was something good, but it's only from 2025 to 2028 for newborns. And then despite the tax breaks, right, that have already been happening, there is, in this bill, is going to be some huge changes, right? Cuts to programs like Medicaid and food stamps is also going to require Medicaid limits and other benefits, right? It also, in the next section, it had a boost to the border and immigration funding, about 150 to 170 billion for ICE, which is crazy, guys. Billion, not million, billion. So they're going to be using that for deportations and for the border wall and the detention facility. So for all that stuff that he was saying about not building the wall anymore, he looks like he's still involved in this wall stuff. There is big defense boost, 150 billion for military, plus new funding for icebreakers and Coast Guard vessels. The next one was on climate. It rolls back incentives for wind and solar and electric vehicles from the Inflation Reduction Act, favoring fossil fuels instead of EVs. So that means that EV tax credit is going to be gone for a lot of people. But in conclusion, guys, the things that really stood out to me when I was looking at this bill, right, guys, is going to be the following, right? Let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys. One of the biggest things that he did was, not only did they make cuts to Medicaid, but now they are going to be doing more frequent checks when it comes to food stamps. So if you were eligible for food stamps, or if you no longer meet the requirements, you definitely want to be on the lookout for that. They might be cutting your food stamps. The other thing that he did was there's no taxes on tips or overtime, but that is only up to 20K, right? When it comes to the tips, and 15K on overtime. And that's only if you are a individual that is making under 150K, right? So that's another thing people are not telling you guys. And then they also had something as far as renovations, right? If you are a business that's doing renovations to a home, that could be 100% tax free this year, and it's not going to span over through the other years. It's going to be literally for the year that you are doing the renovations in. And last but not least, because I want to keep this as short and quick as possible for you guys so you can get this update, there was also another change that we wanted to talk about, which was going to be the $5 trillion national debt ceiling rate, which means that the ceiling for the national debt has went up by 5 trillion. Does that mean they're going to spend and start printing all that today? No, but do they have access to it in the future? Yes. If you guys feel like you learned something from this video, make sure you comment below. We are out. Peace. I got more content coming on this channel.